Good day, and welcome to Coffee with the Tigg and Friends, volume number 124 for August 11th, 2019. I forgot to change my shirt, so I'm on my Coffee with the Tigg, my Tigg shirt on. No big deal. I didn't put a hat on either. So you gotta look at my spiky hair, because I did shave it down a little bit the other day. Anyway, Tom's with me here this morning. Bill's not here. Just says, "Hey Kevin, what's up, buddy?" There's Tom. We're gonna bring him in. Good morning, Tom. Bill's not here yet. He's not awake, or he's off getting coffee somewhere. The one thing, well, we should wait till Bill comes along, and we'll wait for him to come along. There's really not a lot of news to talk about this week, since that one Assetto Corsa mod site was taken down by Facebook. That really put a cramp in things, because that's where we got.
Oh yeah? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, the one site that we were getting all the stuff from, that got taken down. So we no longer have those available to us anymore. The multiple of mods, because a lot of those were just converted from other sims, and people got mad, plain and simple, stealing their work, putting it in another sim, and all that kind of fun stuff was not beneficial to the community, obviously. That's what some people thought. Let's pull it. And there is, I don't know who dinged.
Mr. Bill.
It's
the real high bank.
The real high bank is here with us this morning, as always. Welcome, Bill.
Hey, sorry I was late. I was lost watching Transam videos. Listening to the sound of those small block V8s just made me excited.
Well, Kevin, the reason why I've not been around is, one, I got a job. I'm trying to figure out when to do my streaming. And two, the internet company is still being a dick. Although today, so far, it's actually doing pretty good. So maybe they straightened out their problems over the last week. And I was going to touch on that I am going to be coming back starting tonight, doing some streaming. Try to get some streaming out.
Yeah. What are you gonna be screaming about?
I'm gonna be screaming about everything. You know me. I scream about everything and anything.
Streaming.
Back to trucking, because everybody loves the trucking. Still trying to convince the wife to do it, but she's in a mood, so that ain't ever gonna happen, probably. And I noticed there's a lot of audience especially on Facebook, for women truckers.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. I don't know. And well, the ones I've seen, they're not worth. Well, I won't go there. I don't know. I just don't know. The one thing we like to touch on right off the bat, since Bill's here, and you are awake, Bill?
Am I awake?
Yes, are you awake? That's the question.
Opinions vary.
The lack of communication in sim racing with microphones and stuff like that
is over. It's over.
Well, that part of the discussion isn't, but we should emphasize what we feel, why we need communication, and that I've seen a lot of league videos where there's no communication whatsoever. I mean, there's 2 or 3 guys of the 18 guys on the server who are actually on voice comms, and the rest of the guys are not. I mean, and it causes a lot of incidents. Over the years, we've done that. When I started out doing this, mid-2003, one of the most important things was having, at the time, and of course it still is, being used today, TeamSpeak or Ventrilo, whichever league you were in. Those were the 2 big ones when I started, and it was a necessity to racing, and not just having it, but having a microphone. So back then I just had a cheapo headset, one of those $2 ones from Walmart. So I went out and bought a $9 stick microphone from Walmart and taped it to my wheel here. So it hung up over my wheel. So it was my hands didn't ever hit it, but it was pointed at me, and I had the microphone. So the communication was there. It was on push to talk, of course. Back then, everything was push to talk. Things got a little bit lax on that. But
I think the biggest thing about it is that you have less problems.
Well, yeah.
You have less stupid on-track incidents because everybody's talking, and you can say, "Hey, dude, I'm coming up on you," because when your eyes are locked forward and you got that 6-yard glare going, and you're trying to race. You don't always look up in the mirror. I get shocked by people coming up on me all the time.
All the time.
But if someone just says, "Hey, coming up on you, on your right, on your left, whatever," you know what? Saves a lot of trouble. Or if the big one is you're on the inside, someone's trying to go around the outside, and you start to drift up, and you can't do anything about it. Just saying, "Hey, I'm drifting up. I'm losing her high." Guess what? Someone can get out of your way or prepare or whatever, and those little things alone make it, just regular communication like that is important. Then you have the case where someone does something that's stupid, and you can have that discussion right now. It's like, what the hell, and they can say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I did this," whatever, and the discussion can be had, and it's over. Right. But you know what? It makes us all mad when somebody is getting into us, and we can't have that discussion. And we have to wonder, was that an accident? Are you just stupid? What is it? And you know what? When we can't talk to you, the assumption is you're just stupid. And I'm tired of it. And I feel like when someone can't talk, they're invisible. You don't even know they're there.
They're
I mean, I don't. You don't even think about them. You don't even think about them.
They're AI.
And all of a sudden they're there.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically that's it. Intrinsically, that's it. Is that they're the same as the AI, which I don't really treat AI differently than human people. I don't.
Actually, I treat them as bigger kid gloves. My kid gloves are actually bigger when I'm around AI because there's that total unpredictability of what stupid thing they're going to do.
Plus they're made of rubber. And we're not.
No, we're not.
We're not.
No, and that's exactly it.
We're affected by them, and they're not affected by us. Hardly. So, So, but taking it back to this communication issue, it's honestly, I think it's a generational thing. I think it's a cultural thing. These kids, they don't want to answer to anybody. They don't want to be told anything, and it's like accountability is not. They don't do accountability. So when you have a mic, you have to be accountable right now.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And I mean, because they're not accountable when you PM them. You can't get an answer out of them. They'll be online, and you send them a PM, and guess what? You don't hear about it. No. And I think, what are they looking at? Are they looking at a phone or something where they don't see as much? But then I look at my phone, and you know what? I get notices. I see it all the time. So I don't understand. It's a mindset. It's a mindset of these kids these days. And I hate to put it into those terms, but honestly, that's true. We grew up, you respond to people. Right. You don't just ignore them. You don't act like, "Oh, I'm not ignoring you. I don't have to, Yes, you do. You're accountable to me if you're on the track with me. That's the bottom line. And, I'm tired of that. We're not going to do that anymore. Johnny and Davin seem to have issues. Davin's all trying to talk to me. I hate to be doing specifics here, but Davin's all trying to talk to me in PMs about what happened and telling me that what should happen. He doesn't know what happened, but he says, well, he shouldn't get a series ban and blah 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 blah. I'm thinking, what are you talking at? You don't even know what happened. You don't know anything about what happened, and I'm not going to share it with him. I don't need to share with him. He's not involved.
And
so
this is the guy who got our first penalty.
Exactly. but the same problem, and I put it to him. I made a more specific post in that thread saying, hey, I'll say this much. It's about the mic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this could have been
Avoided.
could have been resolved and avoided with a mic. I don't think we would have had half the problem or a third of the problem. Hey, stop acting stupid. And yeah, okay. I was being stupid. Okay, I can accept that. You were being stupid. Don't do it again. Okay, we move on. But when you're not willing to come, I can get my mic fixed. I'm sure the kids had 13 monsters. Could have bought 4 mics since then. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I could go to Dollar General and pick up a headset, not a great one, but a good one, for $5 with a microphone.
Hey, if you think you need to have some sort of computer and some sort of controlling device, you need a headset.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, when they're on the online playing these online games, no matter what, first-person shooters or whatever it is, all these popular games, they have headsets.
Mm-hmm.
My son's on his 3rd high-end one.
Oh, look!
I can't imagine what the next one's going to cost.
I understand that. The good ones are getting more expensive, but you can go to Walmart. I think they got them for $10 to $15. I was just in there the other day, just nosing around. You can go to Dollar General if you're in America. I don't know what they got for thrift stores in Europe, but I'm sure they have thrift stores. $5. It's a pack of cigarettes if you smoke. It's 2 cans of Monster, Red Bull, whatever. So you give up 2 cans. Those things don't do anything for you but make you pee a lot anyway. So it's like when way back in the day when I was in FMS, we had the microphones. We were all on Teams. We were all on TeamSpeak. Not TeamSpeak, but Ventrilo. And then each team had their own channel where one push to talk was for the general communication, and the other push to talk was to just talk to your teammates to talk about strategy. And one of the things that we've always discussed is, if you're coming up on somebody really fast, this was an NR2K, an rFactor 1 with the NSS mod. If you're coming up on somebody really fast, sometimes the spotter does not see it until they're right on your fender. And that was the big thing.
So it doesn't.
That's the big thing. That's the big thing. If you're coming up so fast on somebody that that the spotter is not going to see it until you're right there, say, hey, look, 56, I'm coming up on you. 52, hey, look, you're drifting high on me or something. It's always there. But then we also had something a little bit for a really stupid instance that happened in the track because we didn't want to clutter up the voice comms with that kind of stuff. We actually had a call-out section, which was just a little special section that the public couldn't see, that if somebody did you wrong in a race, you can call them out and call them all kinds of names, and it was left there. I can't remember what that was called, but that's what we had there. One little special section of the form just for the guys in that certain league, in that certain series. So, let's say I spun out and I spun out to the top of the track, and you're coming along, and I stupidly just come down the track and nail you or you nail me. That it's kind of that kind of thing for stupid stuff like that. But the communication has always been the key thing. Hey, look, I'm spinning out. You ever notice when I spin out, I say it. I'm spinning out. That's just the way I've been doing it for 20 years now, and I don't understand. These kids that come into this, and honestly, we can all point to the kids because they're the newer ones. They're the ones taking over the hobby. That they didn't learn anything from us, from what we used to do. I don't know if there's some kind of gap between or whatever, but when I first joined iRacing, everybody was on the voice comms, and now I watch some of these streams of iRacing, and again, there's 20 to 30 guys on the server. There's like 5 on the voice comms, and they're the older guys too, because some of the names I actually recognize from 20 years ago. It's amazing. Voice communication is key in sim racing, because your spotter, the spotter's there to tell you he's under you. Well, yeah, but he don't tell you till he's under you. If the guy's 15 car lengths and catches up to you in a corner, your spotter's not going to tell you till he's under you. Now, 15 car lengths is a lot. I've seen it happen, especially with wounded cars. Like Delta. When we're racing Delta, and I'm out there just tooling around, having just driving, having some fun. When Zippy comes around, it'd be nice if he was actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say something.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree with you.
He's zipping around like Zippy does, and we're just tooling around, just trying to finish the race. And he's, like, hello, he's here already. Yeah, they all say the F2 screen's there and all that stuff is. But when you're sitting there, like you said, you're dialed in and you've got that six-yard stare going on, and you're watching the guy in front of him trying to figure out best place to pass him, and all of a sudden here comes somebody from behind that's 3 seconds faster than you, even a half a second faster than you. That time disappears fast, and you need the time to say, "Oh, okay, you're there. Wake up, Dan. You pay attention to what's going on with you." Mirrors are only so good anyway, especially in rFactor, one of the rFactor mods.
Well, why not just add another facet to the communication? I mean, you have your eyeball communication, but why not just have what's there available to you?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't.
Well, they say use the virtual mirrors. You know what? I don't even look up that high. Usually, I get like that helmet stare. You know what I'm saying? That narrow vision. Ooh, what you posting up there, buddy? Right,
Amazon, Walmart.
Kevin, great to talk to you again, buddy. This is the Sunday show. We do things a little different.
Yeah.
We're a little different on Sundays, but you'll get used to them.
So so that's the Amazon link to the Logitech H390's noise canceling mic, and if you buy it in the non-retail package, which is just a bag from Amazon, it's $19.50 free delivery. You can have it tomorrow. It's that's what I'm using. I've got nicer sets, but I'm using these because they're quick and easy, and I broke these again, so I'm going to have to go buy another set. I'm probably just going to do that right now.
Why don't you go buy about 10 pair? Buy about 10 pair.
Yeah, I would honestly send them out if it would make easier for people,
No,
hey, look who's here.
Who's here? Hey!
NRT Dave.
Dave's here.
Dave, we're back on Discord because Dave, we're on Discord. Let me see if he's in. I'm gonna go see if he's on TeamSpeak. Poor guy, he doesn't know where we're at. No, he's not in TeamSpeak. He's not in TeamSpeak.
You might not have Discord.
Dave, we're back on Tigg's. We're back on Tigg's Discord. No, remember that's where we started with him.
Okay. No, I don't. You're talking about 6 months ago.
He's not like Tom, where he deletes everything every 5 minutes.
Do what?
Tom changes stuff in his computer more than he changes underwear and cracker brands.
Yeah.
I'm a rich man.
There ain't but one brand of cracker, and that's Ritz.
Well, no, there's also I don't even know the brand that I like, but it's premium. It's a premium brand.
That's Saltines. That's Nabisco.
What's that face? It looks like you got a chunk going up your nose. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
And that face. What's that face?
I have no idea. I got weird shadows going on my face. Oh well. Hey, everything's hunky-dory too, by the way. We've dropped 0.8 frames, so I guess my internet company finally fixed their mess. Too much
Sounds
blow.
personal. What's this say?
Too much blow.
You're good for another year. What does that mean, you're good for another year? I fixed it. What? Oh, TeamSpeak? You're talking about TeamSpeak, Dave? Yeah, and I appreciate that so much because you put us ahead of the curve, but Tigg is pushing back for Discord. So tell us, school us again why we don't use Discord.
Well, the only reason why I use Discord on the show here is because it's got a crisper, cleaner sound than TeamSpeak does. When I've watched replays of this.
Well, I think that's true. That's true in general. I think really, but
yeah, but it's just because
for that being able to use the file browser for files for online racing is very handy. That's very handy.
But we don't do that.
Too much blow. That's what I was thinking, Dave. He got a wasabi stuck up his nose.
It blows, dude. You mean these?
Dead ducks.
Blows dead duck.
Wasabi, wasabi.
Wasabi, wasabi. Discord blows, he's trying to say. You can't type. Actually, Discord is not that bad. It's just a crisper, cleaner sound. We only use it on this show because I like the sound of it. That's plain and simple.
Hey, let's ask the important question. How's Dave doing?
Is Dave alive? You can't type for damn sure.
Oh, I don't know. It could be a bot. This could be the NRT server's bot.
Yeah. Takes too much bandwidth.
Takes too much bandwidth. And since you ain't got much of that, that's something to be considered.
Well, that's why we only do it on this show. I mean, I'm not running a game. I'm not running anything. So, it's just on this show. Any other time, we use the TeamSpeak. Any hooser.
Anyway.
Any hooser. I just watched. I now pronounced you Chuck and Larry the other night because the internet was out. That's what they must have fixed it. Okay, halfway between here and downstairs. What the hell does that mean? Nobody knows what that means? I don't know what that means.
No.
I have no idea what that means. Widescreen Tigg. Ooh, widescreen Tigg. I meant to darken up the back. We've been busy looking for a place to live. I haven't done anything I need to get done with that has to do with this stuff. That's why I haven't been streaming, because I've just been on the internet, on the phone, and calling, trying to find another place to live because of the crap that's going on in our place. And then when it comes down to doing stuff for the shows and doing a show, I'm just too damn tired. And it's like, do I really want to do it? No, I'm too tired. And it takes a lot out of you talking to these people in Iowa, I'm telling you. It's a whole new breed of people. Well, thank you, Anonymous.
Yes!
Beer money. Too bad the cheapest beer at the store where I work at a store, and the cheapest beer is like $2.99 for Busch Light or some crap like that. Ugh. Nasty. And now there's a delay from when I talk to when it goes over. Yeah. Are you caught up now? Oh, well, there's the PayPal notification. Bill gave me a dada. Make me holla. To get a better webcam. Oh boy, yeah. That's just it. The communication, like we've been talking about, it is key and is important. But it just seems like the younger generation, and I keep hating. We both keep saying that, but it just seems like it's talking is not important to them. It's like I sold clothing for a living for 20 years. Whoa! Anonymous bought me a beer for $2.99. I can afford a beer now. Woohoo! I don't know why it does Anonymous. No idea. That's on the Twitch one. Oh, if somebody happens to hit the subscribe button or the follow button, it does something different now too. It's really cool. See, there's the notification. That's how I know. But anywho, sim racing in general is as popular as it ever been. There's a lot of, as there's fighting between the different sims and stuff. Who's better? Said, of course, rFactor 2 or Project Cars 2 seems to be the three that they are fighting over, at least on the computer, or iRacing, the four. On the consoles, when was the last time any of you two played a console game? Racing console game?
I'm guessing.
Where are you at? There you are.
11 years ago. 11 years ago.
11 years. And which one was that? You even
probably N60. It was probably N64 Mario Kart. But before that, it was probably PS2, and it was an F1 game, which I really loved.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did me some N64 Kyle Petty racing.
Oh boy! By the way, the new sticker did show up.
I still have a working N64. N64.
No kidding.
And yeah, it's in the drawer in Joshua's room.
It's in the drawer.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, that's in Laguna Seca.
You want another one?
I want another one. This is for Lime Rock. So that's 4 of the tracks they go to. I've got 4 now.
You're clearly the only one entering this contest.
I didn't win the 3 previous. I've actually lost 3 of them. It's the answers you give if they like them.
I never had a Commodore. My first computer was a Windows 95, I think.
Ooh.
I didn't have a computer early. That would have been in the early 90s.
Yeah. I
think.
I actually didn't get a computer till 2000.
Oh, it couldn't have been a 95. It had to be something else. What was before 95?
Just Windows.
Windows something.
2.1 or something like that, and then they started.
Yeah, 2
point something or other. The money I spent on cigarettes this week, I could have bought a vape and smoked for a month. So this week, I'm going out and buying another vape because both my vapes died. So that's why the cigarette.
There was 3.0.
Yeah.
2.x. Let's see.
I'm addicted
Wikipedia.
to
Windows 1X, 2X, 3X, OS2, 3.1, and then it was 95. Gosh, was it 95?
Wow.
I guess it was 95. It was a Windows 95. Yeah. I bought 2 of them. I bought one for my business and one for the house, so they were identical. It was a compact.
Do they even make computers anymore compact? I don't think they do.
Well, HP and them merged or bought each other out or something.
That's another reason why I want to move too, so I can redo all my wire rat nest underneath my computer because I don't want to pull it all apart and put it all together back in this room.
So Dave, those ribs still killing you?
Yeah, rarely, buddy. Speaking of Dave's, our other Dave /Fred.
Yes.
Where was he going this weekend, or is it next weekend? He's going to Laguna Seca.
He's going to San Diego this weekend, and then I think he's going to be in San Diego this weekend, and then Wednesday he's going to be in Fullerton at the Old Ship, an Irish pub, and it's actually an English pub. But then he's going to go on up to Laguna Seca for the historics, the reunion.
Mm-hmm. Lucky guy. Hopefully he brings back lots of pictures you can share on the Tigg's Facebook page.
I'm thinking about crashing him on Wednesday night in Fullerton at the Old Ship. I go up to him and act like I'm an old drunk Irish guy.
Yeah, do you even know what he looks like? That's
old drunks. Yeah, I know what he looks like. Okay. Or an old drunk Scottish guy. You're in my seat lot. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Thanks for stopping by, Dave. Much appreciated. Everything you do for us.
Hey, Dave.
Still sore have
joint
Dave. Pain together. Well, I'm doing.
What am I missing? What am I missing?
Yeah, up on the chat.
Where is that stupid thing? Damn chat twit. Talk to you later, fellas. Still sore. Haven't joined back together. Oh, that's bad.
That's bad.
Okay, Dave, you take care.
You have a good day.
Think about you all the time, man.
Yeah, smoke a J for me. It's almost legal here. Almost. I don't know. Would help my wife's fibro. That's the only reason why I actually want it. Because it's the best thing for fibromyalgia.
I skipped over that Windows 2000 ME crap. I just went from 98 to...
I had ME.
See, I had a 95, 98, and XP. That's what I did. Then 7.
I started with
and then
ME
10.
and upgraded to XP. Bought the disc and everything.
And I didn't voluntarily go to 10. You know, they kept sending you those automatic update things, and I kept saying, no. And then all of a sudden it just did it all by itself.
Oh, yeah.
Just like it didn't even care what I thought. And at first I was mad, but then I started using it. I thought, this ain't bad. And then when I had the hard drive crash, I tried to go back to XP or 7, and I had 7 on for like a couple hours, and I thought, this sucks. I'm going, I don't like this as much as I thought I would.
See that? I still have this.
Bye bye, Davey. Bye bye, Dome. Bye, Dave. Oh.
Bye, Dave.
Bye, Davey.
Bye, Dave. How many of you still have this little package? I still have it for my 1XP machine.
I do.
For my 1XP.
I got one.
Yeah.
I've got one of those. I've got a disc thing, a license thing I bought on eBay that has several versions of Windows on it.
I think I still have the ME disc too in there somewhere, but I'm not going to dig all that. That was easy to pull out because it's a big folder. But I think I have the
I
ME
skipped
disc,
ME.
and I have a 98 disc for old computers that I don't have anymore.
I got 98.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have a 98 or 95 version or something to use some of those old Jane's flight simulators. My Jane's U.S. Navy flight simulator, I love the hell out of that. And yet it was definitely has a date. No, I don't. It looks so dated, but man, I love that game.
You didn't run with that program I turned you into?
You know what? I didn't even try it. I didn't. I still have the discs. I have all those discs in an album with all my old stuff in it. I love that game. You get into stuff. You're flying an F-14 or an F-18, FA-18, and you're flying it and you're bombing and crap, and you get into trouble with a MiG or something, and the guy in the back's like, "Do some of that pilot shit. Do it now." It was fun. I was talking about immersion, and didn't have the graphics.
I thought you would have tried it with that program.
I didn't get around to it.
The Gibbs.
I don't even remember what that program was called now.
That's a weird name. I have it on the other machine. The other machine has got it.
The other machine has got it. The guy in back is actually called a Gibbs. Guy in back. Just in case you wanted to know that.
It's also called an EO.
Or Rio.
Or Rio. I think they call them Rio in the Navy.
Yeah, I think they do too. Well, guy in back is the Gibbs is the slang name for it. Though I wonder what they call them on an A6, because they don't sit tandem in an A6. They still fly A6s.
Well, no, they only fly. They don't fly A6s at all anymore.
No, are they done? I haven't paid attention.
No, they had the four seat electronics. Warfare aircraft.
Yeah.
That was the last one. What do they call those things? Anyway, they don't use them anymore.
That was the EA6. I can't remember what it is.
I know, but they haven't.
Was it the Prowler?
The Prowler.
Yeah.
The Prowler.
Yeah. See, I remember some of that stuff. I used to be big into airplanes. Huge into airplanes. But not anymore. I have a big encyclopedia around here somewhere. I think it's in that box underneath my computer.
I think they dumped them. They also use those for aerial tankers. Mm-hmm. But the EA-18 has taken over all those jobs.
Well, that was
because they have the EA-18 now. Mm-hmm. I think is what they call it. Mm-hmm. And they call it something, not the Prowler. They call it something else. They call it the what? Growler. They call it the Growler.
Well, the funny thing is the U.S. military turned down the FA-8 or the F-5, but the FA-18 is basically the same aircraft, just much improved, which is hysterical. Lightweight.
Well, it's a Cadillac. It's a Cadillac.
Yeah,
it's a Cadillac version.
Where the F-5 was a
and
Cavalier.
It's got two engines.
2 engines to one. Yeah.
They like redundancy there, so that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah. Well, in case you lose one, you got another one to get home. But yeah,
I found a couple more headsets. They're Chinese made.
Mm-hmm.
That are for PC, and they're $19, and they're all flashy looking with all the lights and everything, and the complete ear cover things, and they're only $19.98 at Wally World too.
With the flashy lights in them, and the stick microphone. I think that's
So yeah, almost exactly.
yeah. Well, I think that's
That
maybe
might
$19 or
be
$20 for these. I can't remember what we paid for.
yeah.
Last Christmas.
These ones are made Uno Onokuma
I have no idea. I don't think there's an actual name.
Chinese knockoffs. They're Chinese knockoffs, and there's some here for $15.
Mm-hmm.
But that's PS4. I don't think they work with. Do they work with PC? Doesn't say they work for PC.
Well, if they have a USB,
I mean, it doesn't explicitly say. But the point is they're readily found out there for less than $25. Tons of them.
Tons of them. And if you really want to cheap it, I'm sure you can find some for 10 or 15.
I'm sure I'm sure you can find $10 headsets. I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you can. Where's that one set of headsets I got?
Nope. So the point is,
door.
if you want to do it, you can do it. It's just a matter. Here's some for, and if you want to spend $211 for a HyperX set, like my son's, how much are my son's? His were HyperX. His is really like 150, I think.
Here's my other set, the HP set that's all tangled up in the wires. Oh, there it goes. But yeah, no, there's some other wires tangled up.
Yeah, I got some of those. I have a set of those.
My
I have a set of
backups.
those HP.
My backups. And I have another pair. I don't think they're in here though. I don't know where.
I got $100. I think I got $100, like an $80 set of cordless, wireless rechargeables. You know, I got those.
I got it too, and I don't use them.
I don't use them either. They're too much of a hassle. You know, I don't. This cheap set, I can run it over. If I got to break it, I can run over to Wally World or Best Buy, pick up another set, and have them running in 2 minutes. In fact, I might run over to Best Buy today and get some more, just so I have the backup. And then I don't keep them laying around. After I mess them up, I throw them away because I don't care. You know, if I had an $80 set sitting in a box like those ones right there, yeah.
Dog
But
hair.
whatever, you know. But the
Headset
point
that
is
it's
where there's
so easy to get. And
you can do it.
if you're running on a
11,
laptop, they got them built in. You just set up a push to talk.
Here's a Bluetooth headset. It's just a one ear piece with a mic. It's $11. So don't. And there's another. Here's a 13 one ear set.
You mean one of these?
So I can't see what.
This little. I don't use it.
Yeah.
One of these. I don't use it because I don't have Bluetooth. I don't have my Bluetooth chip in my computer. But yeah, I've got it. I use it on my phone occasionally.
Just go. Here's a set for $829. Afterglow chat headset. That's all you need.
Yeah, don't need.
That's all you need. 14. Here's a Turtle Beach set for $14.95. A one-ear headset with a mic. That's all you need. So don't tell me you can't do it, because I know you're spending that much on
Monsters and
on coffees and energy drinks. You know they are.
You know they are. Anyway, I've got so many drawers full of crap around here. Unbelievable.
Here's a Logitech set for $866.
Yeah.
8 here's another set. $657. And they may be not the best, but you know what?
They work.
Your excuse is lame. Lame-o excuso.
Your excuse is moot because of the availability of the product out there. And even if you live overseas, I mean, I see. Okay, I've watched Jimmer, I've watched Gamer Muscle, I've watched Mitchie Hoyer. Now they've got high-end stuff. So if the high-end stuff is out there, the low-end stuff is out there. I mean, they've got the microphones on the boom and everything, and they got the big whopping, 8-inch freaking over-your-ear things, literally. If it's out there, it's out there.
I changed this to under $10. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, there's some that have cat ears. Kids' headphones. Oh, those are just headphones. No mic.
But still.
But there's 15 on this page. So
still.
You got no excuse. You got no excuse.
Be right back. Carry on without me for 2 seconds.
Logitech H111 binaural over-the-head stereo headset, black and silver. Doesn't have noise canceling, nothing like that. Doesn't have the volume control inline or any stuff. It's probably got noise canceling. It probably doesn't even have mute. But you know what? You can get the job done. So
Yep.
don't tell me you can't, cracker.
I don't have that stuff on mine.
Mm-mm. I do on mine, and it's $10.
Like
I said, it's a $20 set, and I've got a mute. I got volume control. I got everything. Got a little clip on my pocket, so I could just push the button anytime I want to. And they sound great. They sound great.
I don't have any of that stuff on mine, so I guess I got El Cheapo.
Mm-hmm.
But they get the job done. That's the important thing.
I got those.
For years, I ran the $2 headset with the $9 stick microphone. For years, I did that.
I got those wireless ones hanging on the peg over here. Haven't used them in weeks.
Actually, I think I just threw away that stick microphone in the last 5 years because the wire finally dried up and broke. And I had that on reserve for years, just in case the headset went out. But the wire finally dried up and broke. So there you go. I got another pair around here. I think they're over there that I got free from you to use your Coke points. I got for free from Coca-Cola. It's a good little set. Bought them like 15 years ago. Still hanging around. So if you keep good care of them, headsets last forever. That's what we're saying.
$847. Free next day deliver on $35 or more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it costs what? $3 a ship, $4 a ship if you're not going to spend $35. Seriously. Go to wish.com.
I don't know.
If all else fails, go to wish.com. 90% of their stuff arrives in 2 weeks. And they're cheap as shit. It's all knockoff. Actually, there is some Logitech in there. There's some other stuff in there. The one cam that I use, this cam came from there. It cost me $2. Where's the button? Here it is. This cam right here. This came from wish.com. Cost me $2 whole. What I'm using, what you see now on the big one, that's a program for a cell phone. I mean, if you look hard enough and you want it bad enough, it's out there to be found. That's what we're trying to say. Basically. And we haven't played World of Tanks in a week.
Who has?
I have.
With Prime, I can get this same day delivery. I'm going to order these right now. We'll wait and see how long it takes them to get here.
Well, you should have ordered them at the top of it. You should have ordered them at the beginning of the show and see if they showed up by the end of the show.
You can get a warranty on them for $299.
The drone's gonna bring them by.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're gonna drive right in, drop it right in my house. I should get 2 pairs of these.
Why go to the store where the drone can drop it right off at your front door?
They're not droning here yet.
No, it's a joke. I figured that.
I know, but they're not.
That would be
they're not.
That would be the place that they do the drones is in California.
They're not doing it right now.
They're not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Wow. Knocking at your door, Bill.
Someone's knocking at the door.
Somebody's
ringing the bell.
We weren't on YouTube.
Do me a favor, baby. Open the door.
There's no baby.
Let him in. Yeah. Let him in. Whoops, did I do this already? I already did this. Stop it.
Uh-oh. He's doing something wrong.
I doubled something up.
So the final kind of question that I have for today for you, Bill, is are we doing a series race next Saturday since our good friend Dave / Fred is going to be away?
No. I'm not gonna. I mean, him and Mick are tied, so I don't want to mess that up. You know what I'm saying?
No. Oh, don't give me a chance to take the lead.
I don't think you're gonna. So
I don't think so either.
We got two AI. We got an AI alien and an alien. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
No.
I don't see it happening, Mac.
Especially at Sonoma. That track is that's a handful. It's a good, pretty track, but it is a handful. with the tattoos scores that we're running at Zoom at Sonoma. Which track was that again? It's called Sonoma. I can't remember off the top of my head now.
I don't remember. That's the Sonoma 07 version, the .07 version, or something like that, right?
Let me find it here.
Right? It's not the Sears.
Not the Sears.
It wasn't the Sears Point.
And it wasn't the Infiniron.
No, it was. It's the Sonoma. Sonoma, not the Sanoma. The Sonoma. Ordered the headset.
Ordered the set.
Guaranteed delivery August 11th, which is today. So don't tell me you can't get some freaking headset. I'm telling you, you can't do it.
Is it the Sears Point RW Sears Point RW we were using?
No.
No, are you sure?
No, it was the old. Let me look. It's the one in TeamSpeak. So let me see which one that is.
Well, I don't actually see a Sonoma folder in my folder, so unless it's got some stupid different names. Oh, there it is, Sonoma Raceway. That's the .07. That one. That's got the in the NASCAR. Yep, that's it. There's so many. There's like 4 different versions of this freaking track, and none of them are all that great. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. Infiniron, that is the NASCAR only, I believe. And all it is mascot.
I can't see the whole name for some reason on this stupid file. It says Sonoma Raceway is what it says. So yeah. I don't know. Anyway, that's
Anywho, that's what we're doing. So that's
disconnected.
You're disconnected. Oh no.
I disconnected.
Oh no. So that's where Zoom will be at in 2 weeks, or a week from Saturday. 2 weeks from yesterday. We'll be at Sonoma, the tattoos. There's still plenty of positions to join. Seriously. Seriously, if you're watching, you want to do some online racing with a decent bunch of guys now. That's the place to join. Head over to Stanad. The link is below. And sign up there. If you're not a member there, then sign up for the Zoom Racing World. Tufus. Is that what it is? Tufus?
Tattoos.
That's Tufus. We're Americans. We say Tufus. I'm just teasing. Gotta have a little fun. It's been a very stressful week. I gotta laugh. But yeah, that's how that goes. Very stressful week. Needless to say. We covered the one big thing, the microphone thing, and I think that was a big deal. I honestly that's a bigger deal than what people make out of it, and it needs to be. It just needs to be done. You need a microphone. I mean, that's just plain and simple. Plain and simple. You can go without a headset because you got speakers, but use push to talk. It's all available to you. Actually, we could be on push to talk right now, but we're not because I wouldn't want to sit here and hold the button the whole freaking time. But yeah, there we go. That's how that goes. But now the internet's acting up a little bit. Oh, it's because we're expecting rain this afternoon, so cloud cover is probably coming in now.
Oh, that's not good.
Life in Iowa. It rains here. Unlike California where it never rains. But when it pours, man, it pours. Don't forget your Tigg merchandise.
Don't forget your Tigg merchandise.
Yeah, I don't have my Tigg shirt on today. I was out walking the dogs and that took longer because they wanted to run around today. I guess there's something in the air. But any hooser.
Mika's on the site. He's looking at the Pick'em series.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what time's the race start?
Probably 2 or
I'm not sure.
1 or 2. What channel is it on? What channel is it on today? Is it on MSNBC Sports?
NBC. It's on NBC. It's NBC.
Regular NBC? I may actually be able to watch it.
You see. Oh, watched AJ in the Xfinity series at mid Ohio.
Yeah, how bad?
Boy, it's fun watching throw them big pigs around that track. He's sliding it around the corner, slide. And he said he had a top 15 car, but he got it to third. And when he passed inspection, he sent out a tweet. We passed inspection, which is pretty good. That Cinder kid, man, he just ran off and left everybody. I'm surprised his car passed inspection.
Who's he?
Vienna.
Whose team is he racing for now?
Penske.
So is there going to be a third Penske car again, or is Brad on the way out? That is the question.
No, this is Xfinity.
Oh, they're going to move him up to Cup, and you know that.
Oh, Brad's not going anywhere. They
didn't think Kurt Busch was going anywhere either. But
and there's already a third Penske car.
There is.
Blaney.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the 12.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that he moved from Wood Brothers, where he belonged.
Yeah. Quit playing with the games there.
Quit musical driving. The tier 2 drivers.
Where is it? Michigan. I'm sure it's on. I could just look at my phone. Somehow I got all these on my phone calendar-wise. So let's look at calendar. What is today? The 11th. It says 12 p.m. my time, so
Yeah, what?
2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
3 o'clock my time, I guess.
2 o'clock my time. Central, Eastern, and nobody's in Mountain because Dave's not here. We got them all covered. We in the Zoom racing world.
I don't think Dave's on Mountain right.
Yeah, I think he is.
I don't think Dave's on Mountain right now. I think he's on the same time I am. See, because Arizona doesn't change times. So when we're on daylight savings time, we're on the same time. So yeah, yes, he is on Mountain time. Mm-hmm. But they don't change time like we do.
Well, yeah, because there's no farmers there. There's no farms in that.
Yeah, there are. There's a lot of. They grow a lot of alfalfa there, actually, which is surprising because it's a damn dry state. Dang, it's dry here.
It's a dry heat.
Guess I'm gonna.
You. Better than.
I'll be living in Arizona in a few years, I guess.
Oh, is that? I thought you were going back to Idaho.
I thought we were going north too, but I've decided to ride the horse the direction it's going, and that direction is Sholo, Idaho. I mean, Arizona. Sholo, Arizona. I'm already shopping for property, so. So we're gonna probably get something worked out by February, and I'll buy a chunk of land, and I'll go build a house, which will be fun.
I just buy a double wide trailer.
No, I can't put a double wide trailer, but I would buy a manufactured home. Nowadays, they're made better than stick houses. Mm-hmm. They're 2x8 6. Some of them are so tight. You know what? Did you know that the CO2 sensors in houses came about because of manufactured houses? They're so tight that they don't breathe, and people are suffocating at first. Mm-hmm. So they changed all that, and they made those because of that. They're boy. Even the one talk about insulated, but they still don't gain anything in value. Mm-mm. That's the problem. So, while they are trailers, technically they're not. They're manufactured homes. And
get you one of them manufactured log cabin houses.
Yeah, that's just siding. That's just wood siding. And you can buy those. And when I lived in Denver, I wanted to build a dome home really bad. I just thought that would be so cool. I don't even know if those dome home companies are still around, because that was
they're all
such
tiny
a
house now. They all gone tiny house.
My wife has talked tiny house. And then she talks about having a place for her brother and sister. It's like I have to build a big house.
No, you just buy 6 tiny houses.
Well, the one place I'm looking at right now is about an acre. No, Bailey Homes. Let's see if Bailey Homes is still
all right.
Dome homes. Oh, they're still showing dome homes.
There you go.
That's not a dome home. That's not a dome home.
Back.
There's pictures of them. That's interesting. Bailey Dome Homes.
Exit.
That's one right there.
Tom's talking to himself again.
Yes. What you doing, Tom? Are you doing some? You doing more? You doing more team renders? What the hell is going on with all these team renders?
Trying to figure out why I moved that Sonoma track out that has the floating trees, invisible trees, and the floating bushes.
That was Sears Point.
Yeah, I moved it out. Now, none of the tracks show up.
What?
Sort of RF2.
I don't even know what to tell you.
Go to track. I've only got one track. Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca.
What did you do, Tom?
No, you're gonna have to start downloading them all again. Never mind. Anyway, we've been here about an hour. We've covered a lot of stuff, especially 20 minutes or so on microphones, which needed to be talked about. We're going to start streaming again, probably starting tonight if everything works out fine, because the internet seems to be cooperating quite nicely today. Less than 2% frames drop, which is pretty damn good. So we're going to try that. We're going to try some different things over the course of the next couple of months, but they're all in the planning stages. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to try something a little different. I'm going to try to do more racing too. Maybe on Sundays. That's kind of the idea I kind of had at one point. Doing like put together races, just have a fun race. Because we got this great server provided for us by none other than the great Bill Highbank that we don't use enough. We just don't use it enough. We need to use it more, right, Bill?
That's because getting you guys together is like herding cats. That's why.
Well, when I'm not at work,
it's like herding cats.
When I'm not at work,
cats.
I'm not at work now.
No, you haven't.
I gotta
been working for a week. Working for a week. What happened the other 3-4 months?
I was always there. I was always there. Yeah, not me.
No, you weren't.
Yeah. Well, my wife. I'm gonna blame my wife. That's what I'm going.
Steam.
That's what I'm going.
Steam apps, common. rFactor 2.
Installed.
Installed. Locations.
Yep, that's where all your tracks should be.
Now what I'm trying to do is take out that Sears Point RW.
And that's where you take it out of.
Yeah.
That's what I just did.
It should be just in your UI, you know. You just go in there, you uninstall it, then you delete it. You have to uninstall it and then hit delete after you do that. You can't delete it until you uninstall it.
All right.
I guess manually you can go and pull it out of the
package
installed packages. It's because it's a folder once it's installed, but it's just a package file. If you leave the package file in the package, then you can always reinstall it
later.
I'm going to start rFactor 2.
Yep, see that.
Okay. Packages. Installed. Everything is installed. All right. Tracks.
Locations. So, while Tom's figuring all this out, we will close this episode of Coffee with the Tigg and Friends by thanking Tom and Bill and Dave and Kevin all for being here today. Thanks, guys. Thanks to everything you guys do, all the support, much appreciated. And of course, my wife for letting me sit back here for hours on end playing video games for my enjoyment and for your enjoyment when I stream it, which will start up again real soon, probably tonight. Thanks again, guys, for stopping by. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
Oh.